Hey everybody, welcome back. I am very excited to do this video because it is my Nintendo E3 2018 predictions video. So this is basically just going to be me talking about what I think we're going to see, what I hope to see, and just kind of talk a bit more in depth. I've talked a little bit on my Twitter and on my Facebook about certain things, but this is basically going to be everything together all in one video, and let's get right into it. First things first, I think we're going to see a few DLC packs for different games coming out. One game I think is definitely gonna get DLC is Super Mario Odyssey. They've brought out a few new things over the last few months, but I think they're gonna bring out some DLC packs similar to what they did with Breath of the Wild. One of these packs is going to be Isle Delfino and be all around Super Mario Sunshine, and it's gonna come out this summer. And yeah, that is basically the pack I can definitely see happening. Isle Delfino is already on the map, so you don't really need to fit it in anywhere, and it just seems like they've slowly been teasing towards this, and I know a lot of people are very excited to see Isle Delfino in Super Mario Odyssey. I think it'll be great. What I think they'll do is they'll do Isle Delfino and then they'll have maybe one of the other worlds kind of go through a portal, and there'll be one of the other worlds from the games that you can get more moons in, so you have half of the moons in the actual Isle Delfino place, and then you have a bunch of other moons in this kind of other place. I don't really know, can't remember the names of many of the sunshine places, but they'll go and you'll have like two worlds in one really, and I can really see that coming out this summer. It'll have a bunch of different costumes. I also feel around October we're gonna get another world being kind of a more spooky world, and it'll have booze and it'll have dry bones, and it'll be kind of like a haunted house, kind of like the I could see it being kind of a callback to the one in Super Mario 64, maybe have the haunted piano in there. I think it'll be a good kind of holiday-ish one to bring out around Halloween. We don't have booze from what I can remember in Super Mario Odyssey, and they're one of my personal favorite Mario enemies, so I'd love to see them come back. And having a kind of a haunted house world just seems perfect. They always seem to have at least one or two spooky levels within each Mario game, and it feels like it was lacking. It feels like it was missing the spooky world this time, so I really hope that they'll bring that back in a DLC pack around October time. And how they'll do the packs, they'll be able to be bought individually, but they'll also have a kind of a bundle one where you'll pay in advance, and maybe you'll get a costume for paying in advance and doing them both together. I think they did something like that for Breath of the Wild. I can't remember what you got before, but they also did something like that for Splatoon. I think if you bought the Octo expansion, you'll get something before it. I haven't done that yet, so I can't remember exactly, but I think if you will buy both of the DLC packs, or all of them, there might even be more than just two, you will get a little something before they come out. And talking about Splatoon, I think we will get more information on the Octo expansion, just kind of maybe another trailer, maybe a little bit more gameplay, because that comes out soon and I'm looking forward to it. I think everyone wants to play as Octolings. When the first game came out, obviously tons of people were wanting to play as Octolings. People hacked them into the game. Loads of people have been excited for this, so I think they'll show it off a little bit, but not too much, because obviously it's coming out soon. We already know quite a bit, but I think they'll do it as kind of a last reminder to people who've maybe not been paying too much of attention. I also think we are going to get some DLC for Mario Kart, have it adding a couple new characters and some new stages. They'll do it the same way as they did for it when it was on Wii U. I think the characters that they will add will be characters from outside of the Mario series again. I'm thinking maybe Kirby, Captain Falcon, or even Samus. Captain Falcon obviously has a car in Mario Kart for him, and there are stages based on F-Zero, so he's already got stuff in there, but they could have a Kirby-centered map to drive around, and a Metroid-centered map to go around. You could have Samus's ship as a car. I'd really like to see that, or they could just go with the simple, get to add in more Mario characters, and with the maps they could just bring in other maps from the older Mario Kart games and kind of redo them and have them up. I really think adding more Mario Kart stuff isn't going to hurt. Everyone loves more Mario Kart. Mario Kart sells great. People love the DLC when it was on Wii U, so why not add a little bit more? I can really see them doing it. And yeah, I really hope as well. I'd like to add, I'd love to play as Samus in Mario Kart. It'd be kind of ridiculous. And finally, with DLC, I would really like to see some Hyrule Warriors DLC. When the game was announced and they said that the only new things coming were 2 new costumes for Breath of the Wild, Link and Zelda, I was a little disappointed. I was kind of hoping that they would bring in another map based on Breath of the Wild entirely, have the Breath of the Wild map as an adventure map, have the 4 champions in as playable characters. I think it would have been really fun and definitely brought in a lot more people. Hyrule Warriors is sold really well to begin with, but just adding in that extra bit that was brand new would, I think, bring a lot more people in as well. So I'm really hoping to see a Hyrule Warriors DLC pack based around Breath of the Wild, adding the 4 new champions as playable characters, adding in a bunch of new costumes. And if they didn't want to put all 4 champions in, I think that they would pick Urbosa and Rivali as playable characters, and then give Daruk and Mipha skins to Ruto and Darunia, because obviously they're the Zora and the Goron, so it just makes sense to give those 2 skins based on the Zora and Goron from the game. Another map DLC pack for Hyrule Warriors I would really like to see is one based on Minish Cap, mainly for the point that Vati is not in the game still, and I feel that he should have been in the game when it was on the Wii U. He's been in 3 Zelda games as one of the main villains. Put him in the game, give him some love. He's just been left out for ages. Vati deserves to be on the game. Minish Cap is a great and underrated game. Put Vati in Hyrule Warriors on the Switch. I would just buy it. I would buy the game. If I hadn't got it already, I would buy the game just for that. Vati needs some more love. And yeah, I would love to just see anything new for Hyrule Warriors. I really do think that they would add a Breath of the Wild pack with the map and with the characters. So I'm really hoping for basically anything Hyrule Warriors right now. So with DLC out of the way, I want to talk about Smash. It is definitely the most the people are so excited for this game. It has been the first time in years, I think since Melee, that we have had a Smash game both announced and released in the same year. So people are so excited. I am really excited, and there's a lot I'd love to see from this. One thing I think they're definitely going to start off very early with, or they're going to finish with it. Actually, they're probably more likely to finish once they finish talking about all the Smash stuff, to finish with saying the full title of the game. So Smash Bros. Switch, or they'll probably go with some. They'll go with Smash Bros. Switch, or they'll go with something along the lines of Brawl or Melee. But I don't know what. It's Smash Bros. Switch at the moment. That's what we're calling it. So they'll do that, and then we'll get the release date. And I can see this coming around October, September time. I just feel that seems right for it. It seems like a good enough time between now and then for it to get completely finished and completely kind of done. I'm really excited for this. So I also something I really want is a story mode. I missed it in Smash 4. Subspace Emissary is not the most brilliant thing. It's not groundbreaking. It's not fantastic, but it was fun for what it was. It was a story mode where you got to play as your favorite characters and you saw them interact. One thing I really loved was all the little cutscenes where you saw Link, Zelda and Ganondorf interacting as actual kind of, they had to work together to do what they needed to do. They weren't fighting each other all the time. And you saw like Rob, and you saw Mario, and you saw everyone kind of interacting together, and it was really fun to just see all these characters together. So I'd really love to see some kind of story mode, and as they release new characters with DLC, that could, when you buy the DLC, put the new character in and then put a new story scenario into the actual game, and that would be a good way to kind of fit these characters in without making it really awkward with the story. So yeah, I would really love to see another story mode. It doesn't have to be massive, it doesn't have to be complicated. Just having the characters interact in a story setting would be fine for me. It'd be a lot of fun to actually just see them interacting. I also think they're going to start off fairly early in the direct when they're talking about Smash, to show off Link's new look and Link's new moveset. Obviously, Link is now looking like Breath of the Wild Link, and a lot of people have been saying, is this his new look or is this just a costume? I think it's definitely his brand new look, and that they are also going to redo his moveset to be around Breath of the Wild. So he's going to be using the champion abilities, he's going to be using his, like, all the random little items and all the random swords and shields and stuff you find around the world, and I'm really looking forward to seeing that. I also think we will get a good look at Mario. Both Link and Mario were the only characters beside the Inklings shown off in the reveal trailer, so I think they're definitely going to show off those two fairly recently. They're going to be the ones that they kind of demonstrate the moveset and all that kind of stuff with. And even though we didn't see him with Mario in the trailer, I think Mario's gonna have Cappy. It makes sense. Link's getting updated to Breath of the Wild. Why not update Mario to his newest game and bring his kind of newest mechanic with him, which is Cappy? And I think there's a lot of stuff they could do with Cappy. They could have him throw Cappy and then jump on Cappy to get kind of go up higher, kind of be his safety net of a sort. And I'd really like to see Mario with Cappy in the game. They're also going to show off returning characters besides Link and Mario. They're going to show off Zelda, because I think Zelda's definitely going to get her Breath of the Wild look. Link's got his. It'd be kind of weird to have Link Breath of the Wild and then Zelda staying Twilight Princess, so they're definitely going to swap up Zelda and have her with a new look, and she also might get new powers and she might also get new moves. I also think that Samus could get a new look depending on what she looks like in Prime. Now, I don't know, like in some of the Prime games, Samus gets new suits, like the light suit and the Phazon suit. If I'm remembering, I think it's the Phazon suit, and they could have a new suit for Samus that is kind of like the main suit she wears, and then in the game that's what she'll be wearing in Smash. If not, I really hope that they change it up from the other M. I think they had the other M design for Smash 4. I'd love to see her design that she has in Samus Returns, the big bulky shoulders. I love the old kind of bulky Samus design. I like it a lot more than the kind of sleeker other M design, so I'd love to see that. And obviously if she gets new moves in Metroid Prime 4, they could put those in Smash. They could put the Aeon abilities from Samus Returns in Smash. One other thing, I really want Luigi to have the Poltergust 3000 in Smash. His moveset's always been kind of weird to me. I don't think it even it doesn't really fit Luigi. It's kind of just bizarre. It doesn't fit Luigi, but at the same time it does fit Luigi in a really weird way. But I think the Poltergust would kind of just make him so much more like how you see him in the games. Luigi's Mansion is his series. The Poltergust is the main item of that game. Putting him with the Poltergust could lead to a lot of really, really cool and unique different attacks that he can use. So yeah, I really hope he gets redone with the Poltergust, and please can this be the game where Ganondorf finally stops being a Captain Falcon clone? Everyone wants Ganondorf to stop being it. He's nothing like that in the games. Give him a sword, give him magic. He's just throwing around random kicks and punches in Smash. We need Ganondorf updated. I would actually be so happy if that got shown off, that Ganondorf is getting completely reworked with the way he is in Smash. One thing that may or may not happen is Amiibo. Amiibo have slowly been fading out over the last couple of years. They went through a really they started off kind of small groups of Amiibo, and then they just skyrocketed. There was Amiibo coming out for every game. There was massive amounts of Amiibo. The Zelda Amiibo has 15 Amiibo or something now, and the Smash Bros line has all the characters from Smash 4 and all the DLC characters from Smash 4, so I could see them making a few new Amiibo for this. Smash obviously did kind of start off the Amiibo thing. Amiibo were basically made for Smash. It had the best use for them, I feel, and I could see them making another wave of Smash Amiibo. Maybe not all of the characters, maybe Link, Mario, Samus, Captain Falcon, all the kind of mainstays that have been there for quite a long while. Maybe one from each series, like you have Mario, you'll have Link, you'll have someone from Fire Emblem, because there's always someone from Fire Emblem. You'll have Samus. You'll have the main ones as Amiibo, and I think as Amiibo is slowly fading out, that it would be a good way to kind of slowly fade them out as well, kind of coming back with the original setup from the original idea, because obviously I said they were kind of made for Smash, and I think everyone had that idea that they were made for Smash, and then they kind of broadened out into more things as they got more popular. They're also going to show off a few new characters. I think during the Direct they may show off 2 or 3 new characters, and then during the Invitational they're going to show off 1 or 2 new characters. And I'm not going to turn this into a character speculation video, but I'm going to say a couple characters I think may turn back up. I think the Ice Climbers are going to come back, because the only reason they really weren't in Smash 4 was because they had to kind of split up those characters. Like, they had to split up Zelda and Sheik into 2 separate characters, but you can't really split up the Ice Climbers because they're the Ice Climbers and they work together. Splitting them up would make it really weird. So as it's not on 2 consoles this time, they should. I see no reason for them not to bring the Ice Climbers back. So many people want them back. I think they will come back either in the game from the beginning or as DLC. Actually, I see them being in the game from the very beginning and not being as DLC. I think they'll be in the beginning. Yeah, we'll be able to play them from the get-go. And as weird as it may sound, and as memey as it may sound like a complete joke, I want Ridley in Smash. We need another character from the Metroid series. All we have is Samus. Yes, we have Samus and Zero Suit Samus, but it's both times it's Samus. I think we should see Ridley. They can shrink him down. He's not huge in every Samus game, in every Metroid game. So I feel that we could see him. I think Sakurai knows how many people want it, and even though maybe he's already said he doesn't want, maybe he's already said that he doesn't want, or he doesn't think Ridley would work, but I think he knows how many people want him, and he will try to fit him in if he can. Another character I think will be returning is Bayonetta. I don't see her not being it. Bayonetta 2 was only on the Wii U, and obviously now it's on the Switch. And Bayonetta 3 is also going to be only on the Switch. Bayonetta is kind of becoming a Nintendo mainstay. She's not really going anywhere else at the moment because Nintendo helped fund Bayonetta 2. So I could see her coming back, maybe having some tweaks to her moveset, I don't know. But yeah, also if she has a new look in Bayonetta 3, they could use that look as what she looks like in the new Smash Bros game, and it'll kind of be bringing more hype towards Bayonetta 3. So if she looks completely different again, because in Bayonetta 2 she had really short hair and was kind of more black and blue instead of black and red. If they went for like, I don't know, she's black and purple now and has a bob instead of like kind of the choppy hair. If they made that her new look in Smash Bros 4, people would obviously know, who obviously keep up with Bayonetta, will know that that is most likely going to be what she looks like in the new Bayonetta game, and I think that'll get people really excited for the new Bayonetta game. And one last character that I really hope we see is Geno from Super Mario RPG. Square was always kind of the reason people said he's not coming into the game, because Square helped develop Super Mario RPG. It was kind of like this weird thing of like, Square's not going to let Geno be in the game because they kind of created him as well, but Square let Cloud from Final Fantasy VII in the game, and now I feel that Cloud's in Final Fantasy. He's Cloud's from Final Fantasy. Cloud was in Smash 4. Why not bring Geno into the game? They surely know how many people have wanted him for such a long time that I can actually really see him coming to the game finally, and I would be so happy if he does. He could be one of the characters they announce straight off, like, because I'm sure they know how popular he is, how much he's been wanted to be in the game. So yeah, I really can see Geno finally being in a Smash game, and it'd be great to see him because he's such a good character. He's got such a great design. I love the design for Geno. This cool little doll. I hope Geno gets shown off this time at E3. We're also going to see new stages, and I think they're going to bring some stages from the 3DS version. I really liked the Spirit Tracks the Spirit Track stage and some of the other stages they had on the 3DS version, and I was really sad that some of them weren't on the Wii U. I don't think any of the 3DS stages were on the Wii U, apart from maybe the Miiverse one, if that even that one might have not even been on there. But yeah, so a lot of the stages on the 3DS version were not on the Wii U, and I think some of those would look absolutely amazing on the big TV, on the Switch. So I really hope when they show off the trailer that they will have some of these older stages from the 3D version all kind of done up to make them look all nice, because if they just brought them from the 3D version over to the Switch, I'm sure they would look kind of janky and a bit weird. So yeah, I really want to see 3DS Smash Bros 3DS stages on the Switch. And yeah, they should have new stages from Mario Odyssey, from Breath of the Wild, maybe some new Metroid stages, maybe some new maybe a Yoshi stage. I would really, because I love the new stages as much as the new characters. I love the new stages as well, because the new stages bring the new music and they always look so pretty and the music always sounds so good. It's one thing, as well as characters, you always got to look forward to the stages as well, because sometimes the stages could also maybe hint at a new character coming that isn't in the game from the get-go. And I know I talked about story mode, but I also could see the Smash Run come back. As long as Smash Tour doesn't come back, we'll be fine, because I still don't understand how to play that game. And yeah, no one liked Smash Tour, but Smash Run could be very interesting, especially if it was kind of all set in the same kind of area. When you played that, everyone was kind of in their own area collecting their own stuff, and then you'd all play together at the end. I think it would be much more interesting if everyone was in the same area to begin with, and maybe if you fight someone during collecting stuff, they'll drop some of their stuff, and yeah, it could make it a little bit more interesting to have everyone together, and just more modes more modes where you can just mess around and have fun. And yeah, I definitely want Smash Run coming back, because that was really fun, and I'm sure a lot of other people do as well. Okay, now enough of Smash Bros, because I could seriously ramble on forever, and I already have for a pretty long time. Let's talk about Metroid, which will also lead me to rambling on for a pretty long time. So last year we got the I think it's infamous now, like 4-second clip, it seemed like, of just a 4 and some stars and Metroid Prime 4 now in development. Everyone lost their minds, and everyone is wanting Metroid Prime 4 to be shown off this year, and I think Nintendo would be kind of, I don't know, I think it'd be weird if they didn't show it off. They know how many people are excited for this game, but Metroid does not sell as much as Mario, as Zelda, as some of their other series. So if they made us wait like they did with Breath of the Wild, like one year they showed Breath of the Wild off, and then the next year there was nothing, and then the next year after that they had Breath of the Wild all over the place. So I don't think if they did that it'd be kind of a smart idea. Metroid obviously is not as big, so I think they need to show it up this year. We need to see what's going on, how this game is coming along. I really want to see a gameplay trailer, but if not a gameplay trailer, just a cinematic trailer. Have a cinematic trailer of Samus kind of walking around this planet, kind of give us a feel of what this one could be about, because at the end of Metroid Prime, spoiler alert, have a little spoiler because some people have not played Metroid Prime yet. You gone? Okay. At the end of Metroid Prime 3, they kill the namesake of the series. Dark Samus, who is basically Metroid Prime, dies. And yeah, so how are they going to do that? How are they going to keep the namesake kind of intact with the actual game? Maybe it just stays as Metroid Prime series, and it doesn't really matter if it has anything to do in game, but it's definitely better if the Metroid Prime has something to do with it. Maybe somehow Phazon comes back again or something, because the planet Phase was like a seed. There could be other Phazon planets out there. But yeah, I'm really interested to see how it comes along, how it is looking, and basically any information on this game will be exciting. Maybe we'll see Sylux. I can't remember if that's his name entirely, if I'm saying it wrong, but Sylux was a character in Metroid Prime Hunters for the DS, and he was basically shown at the very end of Metroid Prime 3, and it's been people speculating for ages if he's going to be in Prime 4. I think he will. If that definitely was Sylux. I don't know if it was confirmed, I can't remember, but it definitely seems like it. But yeah, I would love to see Sylux in the game, and hey, if he is in the game, he could also get put in Smash as a new character, because that would promote Prime 4, definitely having a new Metroid character in a new Smash Bros game would definitely bring up a lot of people, get a lot of people excited for that game. Yeah, I'm just all around so excited for Metroid. One other thing about Metroid that I would really like to see, though it's kind of on the more of me just wanting it because I love the game, is a remake of Fusion. Now, once again, spoilers for the end of Samus Returns. At the end of Samus Returns, we see kind of what has taken place on SR388, and basically because Samus got rid of all of the Metroids, something even worse decided to come back onto SR388, which is the X-Parasite. And the X-Parasite, the Metroids were created to get rid of the X-Parasite because somehow the X-Parasite are worse than the Metroids. And we saw an X-Parasite at the end of Samus Returns, which could have just been a foreshadowing of this is what's happening on SR388 because of Samus getting rid of all the Metroids, or this could be a hint as towards getting Metroid Fusion, which is my personal favourite Metroid game. So if we got a remake of that, I would be so happy. And yeah, how it looks on Samus Returns on the 3DS looks, I really like. So if they did that and it was on 3DS, I'd be okay. But if it was like that and on Switch, I would be even more happy, because I'm sure it would look even better on Switch. So yeah, if we got Metroid Prime 4 stuff, and we got Fusion stuff, I would be happy. But Fusion is kind of just me guessing and wanting, because I love that game. And yeah, it could happen. I think it's going to happen eventually. Maybe not this year. But yeah, if it happened this year, you'll definitely know I'll be crying somewhere. I'll probably be crying anyway because of Metroid stuff. And along with Metroid Prime 4, I definitely see Nintendo redoing the original 3 Prime games and bringing them to the Switch. It just makes sense. They were originally on the Wii, and if you want to play them on Wii, well, they weren't originally on the Wii. They were originally on GameCube and Wii, but the trilogy was on the Wii. And if you want to play the trilogy, so have all the games together, you're gonna have to fork out quite a bit of money to find that, unless you have a Wii U, where most Switch players don't, because Switch has outsold the Wii U by quite a bit. And so if you did have a Wii U, you could play it on there. So, but I think if they redid all the games in HD and made them look really pretty and put them on the Switch, it'll keep Metroid fans happy until the game comes out, and it will also kind of show the game off to a lot of other people who maybe have been interested in the games, have heard good things, and maybe are interested in Metroid Prime 4 and haven't played the originals, so they want to catch up and see what's going on. It'll be great to do that. One thing that is kind of confusing about what they will do is the controls for the Metroid Prime 3. Metroid Prime 3 came out on the Wii, so it had a lot of motion controls. They could use the Joy-Cons as kind of the controls with the motion on there. I think if they did, they would also definitely need to have kind of a toggle, so you can toggle on and off if you want to use motion controls, or if you just want to use standard controls. And another cool thing is the GameCube controllers are compatible with the Switch. So if you wanted to play the games with original GameCube controls, they could do it so you could use the GameCube controller as well. And I think that would be a great thing, because some people may not have liked the Wii controls, and some people might not like the controls that they may have on the Switch. So having GameCube would be cool, because a load of people love playing the GameCube controller anyway. So yeah, I definitely see them bringing out the original 3 games on the Switch it seems bizarre if they wouldn't. I've seen tons of other people. I've thought of this for ages, and it's like everyone's prediction videos are coming out and they're all saying that they see this happening as well, and I'm like, I'm not crazy. I have a chance of this actually happening now. So yes, they will bring out Metroid Prime 1, 2 and 3 in the Trilogy Collection on the Switch in HD. It will be coming out this year, and I will be a very happy girl. Along with Metroid, Bayonetta also got a very short trailer at the Game Awards, basically just saying that is also in development. So I really am hoping that we see more from Bayonetta. But at the same time, it could happen that we don't see anything from Bayonetta and that they hold it out for the Game Awards again, which I don't think that they should do. I think that they should at least show a little bit of how Bayonetta is coming along. So many people are excited for Bayonetta as well. Everyone is excited for everything, really. But yeah, I'm excited for Bayonetta. I want to see how this game's coming along. Gameplay again would be great, but if not, a short cinematic trailer would be great. I just want to see how Bayonetta's coming along, and yeah, she basically got cut in half, it seemed, in the trailer, so I want to know what happened. I want to know what's going on, and I want to know when this game is coming out, or when at least we can expect the game, because I don't think Bayonetta or Metroid is coming out this year. I think they're definitely 2019, at least coming out in 2019, could be even 2020, but 2019, I hope that they will come out and we can play them then. So yeah, Bayonetta, Metroid, both coming out 2019, and yeah, I just want to see something from Bayonetta as well this year. Okay, so last year we also got shown off Yoshi, and ever since we have seen nothing. I don't think there has been anything shown off for this new Yoshi game, and I had completely forgotten about it until like a week ago when I was just searching, looking at old E3 things from last year, and I saw it and I was like, oh, that happened. So yeah, Yoshi has kind of it's been very quiet, but I think it's supposed to come out this year, so they'll definitely show that off. I see them showing it more off during the treehouse, showing off how it plays. It's a very cute game. It's kind of centered around papercraft, and yeah, Yoshi's been going through this kind of like aesthetic thing. They had Woolly World, and now they're having kind of a paper world where the world flips around and stuff. So I really want to see more. I love Yoshi games. I loved Woolly World. This one looks adorable with the whole papercraft aesthetic, so I really hope we'll see more from that. But at the same time, we've not seen anything, so it is kind of a bit like, it's a bit concerning. Like, how is this game coming along? Is it coming along good? Is it ready? Are we going to see anything? But yeah, I do think we will see more Yoshi. I feel it will come out sometime within the next few months, maybe around the same time as Smash, but I think it'd have to be out before Smash because it will just get swamped if not. Yoshi does pretty well, but I still think it will get swamped and completely destroyed if it came out around the exact same time as Smash coming out. So yeah, I do still see it coming out this year. There's also 2 other games that I really want to see, and I think it's finally time to see them, and that is Pikmin and Animal Crossing. And I am very excited. I'm going to start with Pikmin. Pikmin 4 has been in development for ages. I can't remember how long exactly, but it has been in development for a very long time. I think Miyamoto just likes saying that these games are in development way before they kind of get the ball rolling because he loves Pikmin. It's one of his babies. So I'm excited to see Pikmin 4, and yeah, I do think that they will show it this year. It's been very quiet. I think it's the right time for Pikmin. I didn't play Hey Pikmin. I didn't really hear anything about it, so I don't know if that was good or bad. So yeah, but I think we need a brand new Pikmin game, and I think it's the right time. I think that they'll at least show it off. I don't know if it will come out this year, but I think they will at least show off a trailer about Pikmin, and we'll get to see how it looks. I swear it's going to look absolutely beautiful. I think Pikmin games always look really lovely. It's weird. It's like a fantasy, but still very natural, still very kind of realistic. So I really love the look of Pikmin games, and I definitely think we'll see a trailer for it. Also, like the Metroid games, I think they will remaster the original 3 games and put them on Switch. So they're already bringing a lot of Wii U games over to the Switch, like Hyrule Warriors and I can't remember. They're bringing a lot of games, Mario Kart. They're bringing a lot of Wii U games over to the Switch, because obviously the Switch has a much bigger audience. So many more people have the Switch than they had the Wii U, and I think that if they're going to bring over the Pikmin 3, why not just bring over all 3 games in a pack made to look all lovely in HD, and it will be like Metroid and get everyone excited while we wait for Pikmin 4 to come out. And Pikmin, again, like Metroid, is not one of Nintendo's biggest. It's got a good big following, but it's not as big as Zelda and Mario. So people who perhaps have heard of the games or have been interested and never played them can play them again, and I feel like having them on the Switch would be a good place. Pikmin is kind of that not casual, but it's kind of a calming game that you can just pick up and play really anywhere. If you're on a bus, if you're in a car, if you're laying in bed and can't be bothered to switch your TV on, you can just pick up on your Switch and play it, and it's just they're lovely games you can just kind of chill out with. They can be a bit stressful because all my Pikmin seem to die, but yes, I would love Pikmin to come out soon. But I think it will come out next year. But I do hope and I pray that we'll get a trailer this year at E3. And like Pikmin, it's time for a new Animal Crossing game. They've brought out quite a few kind of spin-off games over the last few years. We had Happy Home Designer. It's not a spin-off, but they had the kind of big expansion to New Leaf with the camper vans and the campsite. They have Pocket Camp, and obviously they have that game that shall not be named because it hurt my heart. I bought that game just for the amiibo because they're cute, but yeah, that game was terrible. That Animal Crossing game was terrible. Yeah, they've been doing a lot with Animal Crossing lately, but it's time for a new kind of proper Animal Crossing. With Happy Home Designer and Pocket Camp, I feel they were testing out a lot of new ideas. Happy Home Designer, I think they were testing out new ways to design houses, testing out new furniture stuff that they could put in a new one, because there's never enough furniture in Animal Crossing. I always want more. I always want to decorate my house to make it look ridiculous or something. But yeah, they've been testing out a lot of stuff. Pocket Camp has been trying out a lot of new stuff. They've added a lot of new kind of festivals, like a lot of them center around flowers, and they probably wouldn't do it the exact same way in a new one, because Pocket Camp is obviously a mobile game. They do it in the kind of the way that mobile games use it. The way they work. But I think that they'll bring a lot of stuff over from Pocket Camp and Happy Home Designer into this new game, and I could see them. One thing I've been thinking that they could do is have your own little caravan. So you have your house, but when you go and see your friends, you take your caravan over and you can kind of decorate your caravan while you're over there, and it kind of have it as a second house. And I'd really like that. I think it'd be quite cool. It'd definitely give you more room to make different room designs and stuff. So you could have like your 6 or 7 rooms in your house or whatever, the basement, the rooms either side, and yeah, you know the setup. And then you have like kind of 1 or 2 room caravan like you do in Pocket Camp. And with Happy Home Designer, you basically get to design the whole house. You get to design the outside of the house and kind of have like a whole lot that you can work on. And I'd love to see that in a new Animal Crossing game. So not only can you work on the outside of your house and change the roof and change the inside of the house as well, you can work on the outside in kind of a set area where you can place like flower beds, and you can kind of make your own little garden. And I think that would be really cool to have, because I always want to make a garden like with swings and stuff for my character, but making it inside of the house, like with the wallpaper and the floor, just never seems right. It just seems a bit weird having a room look like a garden. So I'd love kind of an outside area that you can make, and then like every time I try and make a garden, an animal always moves the house. So that'd be a set area. No one can move into that house. Also, picking where your villagers move. Please that would be just one small thing in an Animal Crossing game that I'm sure so many people would be thankful for. Being able to pick where you get a letter from so-and-so and this person wants to move your village, and then you can kind of say, yes, I want this villager to be in my village, and you pick where they want to be. I would love to see something like that. Something like that would just be a godsend to me. It would be so good. It would make me so happy. But yeah, I think we'll see something from Animal Crossing. A trailer, hopefully. Just mentioning it, good. It's in the work, but yes, trailer would be amazing. And like with some of the other games I said, if the villagers kind of get a new updated look, because in Smash Bros they kind of used the older look for the villagers, the one that was kind of used in a DS and a Wii game. So I think what they'll do is they will either make them look a little bit more what they did in New Leaf, or I'm guessing they'll look similar, that in the new game they'll look similar to what they did in New Leaf anyway. So I think that they will do that and kind of coincide it, like, this is what the new villager is like in Smash Bros, and here is the new villager in a brand new Animal Crossing game, and everyone goes wild. Because once Metroid was announced, everyone, including myself, was like, okay, Metroid's announced, we got Metroid, where is Animal Crossing? It has been forever. And Animal Crossing New Leaf came out in like 2013, I think, maybe 14? I can't remember exactly, but it's been a very long time, and it is time for a new Animal Crossing game. Every time I want to go and play it, I'm kind of like, yeah, but I want a new one as well. So yeah, I really hope we see a new Animal Crossing game. Just so excited. I really, really want a new Animal Crossing game this year. So many things have been kind of leading up to it. With all these little spin-off games, it feels like they've been testing the waters with new ideas. It just seems like the right time for a brand new Animal Crossing game. And now for some Zelda stuff. I have to talk about Zelda. It's basically the main point of my channel, to just ramble on about Zelda stuff and Nintendo stuff, but Zelda is my one true love. We're definitely not seeing anything the size of Breath of the Wild turn up. Absolutely not. Not even a trailer, not even a mention. We will not see anything like that. So people who are saying we're getting Breath of the Wild 2 or Before the Wild or anything like that, I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but we are not getting anything like that. It's far too early. Breath of the Wild is still huge. Even mentioning something like that, I don't think would be a good idea. But like I said before, they are bringing a lot of Wii U games over from the Wii U onto the Switch. So I can very well see them bringing Twilight Princess and Wind Waker onto the Switch. And I could see them kind of talking about it, they might even have like a whole kind of mini trailer with all the Wii U games that they're planning on bringing over, and then you see Twilight Princess and Wind Waker in there. And I really would love to have them. Twilight Princess and Wind Waker are two of my favourite Zelda games. They mean a lot to me, so having them on the Switch, being able to take them around would be brilliant. And they're just good games. If you're going to bring all the good games from the Wii U, you definitely need to bring Twilight Princess and Wind Waker HD over there. Another game that came out is not Breath of the Wild. Well, that did come out, but A Link Between Worlds. And I love A Link Between Worlds, but I think it would look awesome on the Switch. It did really well on the 3DS from what I can remember, but handheld Zelda games never do as well as the home console games. But the Switch is a home console and a handheld, so I think it would do very well. And yeah, bringing that to the Switch would be a really good idea. I think the game isn't too long. It's kind of one of those shorter Zelda stories with a really not massively big story, not massively complicated story, but it's a good fun game, and it's one of my favorites, and I think it would work really well on the Switch, and being able to play it on the TV would be really good and really fun. If we don't see anything like a remake or porting something over, and we did see a new game, I think it would be on the lines of A Link Between Worlds, a shorter, more compact game in kind of the same style, so the top down with this kind of the same look, just something around like A Link Between Worlds, a smaller game on the Switch that could kind of, like one of those games that come out between the big ones. And yeah, I'd really like to see something like that. Obviously, I've talked about Four Swords before, doing a remake of Four Swords. Triforce Heroes tried it, but it felt like there was something missing. I love Triforce Heroes, but I feel a proper Four Swords remake with the Four Swords single player would be great. Triforce Heroes single player was a mess. I can't play it very well at all. It just stresses me out. It's too complicated. It's just too complicated for what it should be. They should have done what they did in Four Swords. So yeah, Four Swords would be great, kind of, even if they just brought it over to the eShop, would be really fun. Have it online would be great. That would be fun. I've also heard people talking about Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask 3D getting HD remakes. That would be great, but at the same time, I don't think they would come out so soon. I think maybe wait till next year for that at least. I can see Twilight Princess, I can see Wind Waker coming over, but I think HD Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask we might need to wait a little bit for, but I could be wrong. That would be amazing, having both of those games in kind of a pack, similar to like what they did. They had like an ultimate collector's thingy on GameCube where you had Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Zelda 1 and Zelda 2, as well as a demo for Wind Waker. Kind of like that, having both games on the same cart, it would be really fun. So yeah, I would love to see something Zelda. If we got something Zelda, it definitely would not be the size of Breath of the Wild. It would be something smaller, like a Link Between Worlds, something of that scale, or it would be a port of Twilight Princess, Wind Waker, or even a Link Between Worlds, or even Four Swords. Like I said, Four Swords would be great on Switch. I think it would be really fun. Multiplayer online and multiplayer kind of local would work really well, I feel. So yeah, that's my Zelda rambling that kind of needs to be in every video I make. But yeah, I would love to see something Zelda, but if we do, I don't think it's gonna be a big thing, and I think it's highly unlikely that we will get anything Zelda to begin with. But yeah, I have to wish, I have to give my ideas, and yeah, that's what I'd like to see if we got anything Zelda. And also we have Pokemon that got announced, like I think it's a week, 2 weeks ago at this point. And what I think they've done with Pokemon is they've announced it before E3 because they're not going to talk about it as much in the Direct. Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu are going to be playable at the event, but I don't think they're going to talk about it too much on the Direct. What I think they're going to do is maybe at most show a trailer for Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, and then most of it's going to be covered on the treehouse, and they're going to show off how it works, how it looks on the treehouse. And I think that makes most sense, seeing it being played live, how it responds, how it actually works, and all that kind of stuff, I think will be better than seeing it in the Direct. And yeah, I'd like to see more. I'm actually one of the people who are really interested in a game. I know a lot of people couldn't care less about a spin-off because they think, oh, it's integrated with Pokemon Go. I don't really care, but I like the look of it. I think it's a fun kind of spin-off game, and yeah, it's a spin-off, so I would like to see more. But again, they announced it before E3, so at the same time I feel if they do, it's not going to be much. Also, we have the two new Pokemon games coming out next year for whatever they are, whatever they're going to be, the new line Pokemon game. We could see something from them, but at the same time I don't think we will, because I feel it's still too early. If they were confident in showing them off, they probably would have announced them during when they announced the other Pokemon Goes, the other Pokemon games, Pokemon Quest and Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. But we could get a trailer. It is more likely actually that they would save the mainline Pokemon game for E3 than just kind of announcing it out of the blue. But at the same time, I don't think we'll see it just yet. I think that might be something we see next year or during a Pokemon Direct, because yeah, a lot of these games, there's going to be Nintendo Directs through the year, games that are coming out a little bit later are gonna probably get their own directs. Smash Bros will probably get its own direct. Pokemon normally gets directs, so yeah, I could see Pokemon getting a whole direct where they talk about the new game. So I don't really think we'll see the one for next year gonna be at E3 this year, which I think it'll make some people a bit sad because they're just gonna think they get stuck with Pikachu and Eevee and they know nothing about the new ones. But I think it's fine. Pikachu, Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee are spin-off games. We know it's coming out next year. We know we got the new Pokemon game next year, so there's nothing to worry about. It's coming eventually. It'll be fine. It'll be fine, promise me. So yeah, I don't think we're getting Pokemon next time Pokemon trailers or anything. But if we do, I will be happy, and I will be very happy actually, because I love Pokemon. But at the same time, yes, I do not think it's coming. I do not think we're going to see a trailer for it. But if we do, it'll be good, it'll be happy, and a lot of people will definitely be happier than just seeing Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. So yeah, I think that's everything that I wanted to talk about. I do know Fire Emblem is supposed to be getting a new game soon, but we also haven't seen much on that. I also have never played a Fire Emblem game, and I know I need to do it eventually. I've wanted to for quite a while now. But yeah, if I tried talking about Fire Emblem and knowing absolutely nothing about the games really, I would probably just sound really really, you'd know I haven't played a single Fire Emblem game. But yeah, that was really everything I wanted to talk about. I'm very excited for this year at Nintendo, with Nintendo. They seem to just have so much that could show up. We've got Smash, we've got Metroid, we've got Bayonetta, we've got Pokemon, but then we also have games like Pikmin and Animal Crossing that people just... It seems like the right time for these games, and I would love to see them. So it just seems so good this year. There's a good handful of games that I think, even if you're not over keen on one of them, there's going to be something you like coming out soon, or at least announced. And then we have games that are kind of, maybe I haven't even thought about, that are getting announced or are kind of in people's minds of what may show up. So I am very excited for this year, so I'll definitely be watching them. If you guys are interested on what I am thinking over E3, I will be watching all of the press conferences, as many as I can. I try to watch all of them, but if I miss one, I miss one because time zones and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I will try and watch all of them. If you want to see what I think, please follow me on Twitter because I will be tweeting quite a bit. And if you want to see more from me, subscribe because I am getting back into more videos. If you've subscribed to me before now, you will know I have slowly been getting back into making videos again, and it's something I really like to do, and I will be making more and more. And yeah, like this video if you enjoyed, and comment what you guys want to see. What characters do you want to see in Smash Bros? Because there are so many characters people can pick from, and I know at least one of you will say Goku because oh my god, Dragon Ball is supposedly coming to the Switch, so that's gonna give people a reason to say he's gonna be in Smash. So yes, I will stop rambling on now, but I thank you all if you made it this far into the video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye!